I would say the leader's greatest burden is that you're always going to feel, like I talked about, one window at a time, like something is suffering. That's okay. The way I've learned it is, don't let one thing suffer too long without your attention. Your challenge is going to be, you are going to want to stay in the area. If you break your job down or you break your marriage down, you are going to want to stay in the area of either extreme of doing the thing that you're seeing the most results from because it makes you feel good and you get validation for it, or feeding the thing that's the most problematic, where really most of your results are in the middle somewhere. So it's not in spending three meetings with the volunteer that really is never going to get on board that you're going to see success. It's also not in just hanging out with the volunteers who get it and who make you feel good about yourself. It's somewhere in the middle. And it's not really on the fringes that you're going to find your growth. So if you're investing your time, write this down, don't water weeds. Once you figure out something isn't going to grow, it's just not going to grow, there comes the time to say, this isn't working out, kindly, I love you, and you leave the priority. It's no longer a priority. Once something is really working, though, that might be a time for you to say, you know what, I keep doing this because it's easy. And this is what I want you to work with Elijah on piano. He plays the stuff that he can play fast. He plays the stuff that makes him feel good. He really needs to work on the music that sounds horrible, where I don't go upstairs, hey, that sounds great, man. You're killing it up there. What he needs to be playing is stuff where I go, God, how much longer are you going to be practicing? Because that's where he's learning, and that's where you're growing. So notice those tendencies that you have to spend a lot of time in the area that just makes you feel comfortable or that you get a lot of praise for, and just spend the time there because it's the most noticeable, or the tendency you have to spend all the time, if you have 3 kids, with the problem one while the 2 good ones aren't getting rewarded for being on good behavior. Think of your priorities in those ways and realize that most of the growth is in the middle somewhere. It's not on either of those extremes, okay? Is it? Because I could answer that a bunch of different ways, but here we are again talking about an adult life skill, prioritization. To know that, like Bishop Jakes told me, you are not going to succeed in every area of your life every day. And he used the example of if you're doing too good at home, it probably means that there isn't enough money in the bank. If you're really, really doing great in a season of earning or moving up that way, there may be attention lacking at home. The first step is being okay with one window at a time, one area of focus at a time. You can't stay in one place too long, though. And so when I decided, for example, to invest myself in, you can pick anyone you want, songwriting, writing books, whatever. I had to take my attention away from something for a time that I've hopefully given good momentum to. So I got this spinning, spinning real good. Now I need to do this. Come over here. This thing ain't even moving yet. So, oh God, this thing over here. It was going. Come on, keep. That's life. That's life. They're not going to all, you didn't set it, spin, step back and watch it. It's going to slow down. You just got to be aware, know well the condition of your flocks, and kind of know what's going on, and be, okay, that's kind of slow over there. I have to do this more than any of y'all, because the whole thing is on me. The whole thing. If I get the social media team fired up, the campus pastors need a little something. It's always something. And it's okay. And I'm getting better at going, well, that's part of it.